Have you ever imagined the world without water? We use water for our everyday lives. We use water to wash, to shower, to cook, and to keep hydrated. This is why what I'm going to talk about today is very important, because the way we have been using water these days is really bringing bad consequences to our planet. And as a water consumer, I have been concerned about water limitations, especially here in California where we're going through a serious drought. It is important for all of us to save water because water is a very limited resource. So today I'm going to give you 3 arguments on why you should save water. First, I'm going to be highlighting the fact that California is going through a serious drought. Second, I will be discussing the overall scarcity of water. And lastly, I will be sharing with you the benefits of actually saving water. So as many of you guys know, California is going through a serious drought. California is a historical drought, and as Californians, we should all take a much closer look at this problem. As reported in HuffingtonPost.com, last updated January 31st, 2014, Felicia Marcus states that this is the most serious drought that we face in modern times. Marcus says, we need to conserve what little we have to use later in the year or even in the future years. According to Stanford University in a report published in February 27, 2014, this is the worst drought ever in California history. So what does this have to do anything with us as consumers? Well, just because you pay for water doesn't mean that it comes from an endless source. It's an endless source. The water that we use is the same water that many farmers, for example, use to irrigate their crops. And that only means that we're all competing for water. And if we're competing for water and that water comes to a very small amount, then that means that the water price would go up and many farmers would have to pay a lot more water for their crops, being that there's very limited amount of water, so crops would also go up, like produce that we buy would be a lot more expensive since we would have to import water from other places. According to SaveOurWater.org, a project started by the California Department of Water Resources last updated 2014, we need to conserve water. The need to conserve water isn't just up to our state and local officials. We all have something to gain and something to lose from not conserving water. So now that I have stated the serious drought that we are going through, I'm gonna can I start over?
Why?
I got sidetracked.
Just go for your second main point.
Okay.
From your transition.
So now that I have talked to you guys, okay. So now that I have explained the serious drought that California is going through, I'm going to speak to you guys about. I said you guys again. Okay. So now that I have talked about the serious drought that California is going through, I am going to let you guys. Oh, I said it again! Wow. I can't. Okay.
I love how I really drilled that into people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a transition. So you're going to talk about the scarcity of water as a resource.
Yes.
That's exactly what you're going to talk about. So from your transition.
Okay, so now that I have talked about the serious drought that California is going through, I'm going to talk about the scarcity of water. The water to land ratio on Earth is 70% to 30%. But do you actually know how much of that 70% is actually usable? Only 1% is usable. And according to the EPA government, which is the Environment Protection Agency, last updated January 10, 2014, 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. but we can only use less than 1%. And many people might say, well, why can't we just convert salt water into fresh water? Well, according to the New York Times, last updated June 9, 2012, Kate Galbraith says, the San Diego project is estimated to cost $145 million in its initial phase. So that only means to start it's going to be $145 million. And that amount will only increase. So most of the water that we actually have on Earth is either salt water or frozen water, which we cannot use. So now that I have talked about the expenses on converting water into fresh water, now I'm going to talk about the benefits that saving water can bring us. EPA.gov, last updated December 19, 2012, says a typical household uses about 260 gallons of water every day. We can reduce this and save a lot of money by using water more efficiently. So, for example, if we were more careful in seeing any leaks in our faucets or pipes, and if we took shorter showers, we can definitely save a lot of money and also save a lot more water. So now to wrap things up, I have talked to you about the benefits of saving water and the consequences that it has brought us. Conserving water is essential to this planet because we all need it to survive, yet it is a very limited resource. Today I talked to you about the California drought, the scarcity of water, and the financial benefits saving water can bring us. So when you go home today, I want you to take a shorter shower. So if you take a 45-minute shower, try taking a 30-minute shower. And if you take a 10-minute shower, try showering in 5 minutes. Okay.
I love how you just that's exactly what I'm going to talk about, and the end. Boom.
The thing stopped.